Turn it that way. Yeah, it could probably work right there. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in again today. Just trying to, as usual, get the camera in some sort of a decent location so you guys can watch what's happening. I think that should be all right there. That should work out. That should be okay for now. All right, let me know if the music is too loud. I'm gonna turn this down. One second, guys. Try to find some sort of decent music here. Okay, it's gonna be beats then. Hey, thanks for showing up, guys. Just gonna get some stuff set up here, and we'll be at it in just a moment. If you're just getting in, guys, feel free to give the stream a like. All right, guys. Yeah, well, all right. Wait, 50 of you guys. It's cool. All righty. Let's get to work here. Let me know how the view is, if you can see what we're doing all right. I know my audio sucks until I get better audio. It's just gonna be what it is for now.
Liam says, how do you get your printed stencils so dark?
Sometimes it's how do you get it lighter, because I don't like a lot of purple. And I'm gonna do a video on how I make my stencils. It has its ups and downs. I mean, it has its good sides and its bad sides to how I do it. It's a lot easier in the front end, but it also in the back end, it can make your stencil a little splotchy, you know what I mean? Sometimes if you're not comfortable tattooing, this could be a hard stencil to follow. But I keep my reference very close by. I'm always glancing at it, because it is literally what is going to tell me what is what. It's just guidelines, really, for me.
Boss says, will this piece be black and gray or color?
Black and gray. Black and gray. Well, I mean, we'll have white after we're done. We're gonna go back, pop white around elm, a little over here. I mean, kind of a little bit here and there. That'll probably be the extent of what you might call color. So yeah. What are you guys working on? Anybody working on anything cool? Well, I guess anything we're working on is cool in my opinion.
Brandon says that looks badass.
Sweet, dude. That's what we were just going for. It's what we was going for. Big shout out to Chris sitting in the chair here. Did a little drive this morning. Woke up earlier than normal. Came out from the Detroit area. It's been a blast hanging out with him here. So we figured, well, we'll go live for a little while. And thanks for all the support on the last video, and we posted that one today. And I appreciate you guys going over there and liking it and showing the support. I haven't replied to any comments or anything on that post because I've been tattooing, but just thought I'd say thanks while I'm here.
Rick says, what needles are you using?
Yeah, I'm using I have a one liner I'm using right now anyhow. It's a 5 round liner, standard, not a bug pin or anything, just a standard number 12. That's what I'm doing to kind of map stuff out here. And then I have my usual 7, 15, and 25 curved bug pin magnums. I like the 7, it's nice and small. I can get around, do what I need to do. The 15's for any mid-size, and then the 25 I kind of use to get like a bit of a softness down here. I'll use it more up in the hat, around over here. But these sides aren't going to get done until the hand is done. Once the hand's done, then I'll go in and we'll work this stuff down here, and then we'll end on the face. And then the real ending will be, there'll be a little bit of a, this is where the 25 mag will really come in handy, because we're going to wrap this around a little bit with some little, grays to accent the piece, I guess you could say. So anyhow, that's the dealio there.
Andy says, hey Dave, cool thing about time differences is I get to chill at home and watch you tattoo.
Oh yeah, that's right, Andy. You're not at work, because it's like 6 hours difference, I think, from here to there. Sweet, dude. So he already finished his day. He's just chilling. Nice.
Not So Famous says, what printer are you using? I use the Brother Pocket Jet, and seems for images with a lot of lines, etc. will get jammed up. I've lightened density, and then it's too light. Any suggestions?
Yeah, man, I just use that standard, like the ones you can get on Amazon for like $100. It's just I have really nice ones too. I've done videos on. I mean, it's over there. But hey, can you grab that over there? I did a stencil. I just want to show you guys, because I was trying to show somebody the stencil. There's one over there. All right, so I have a stencil machine, right? Like one that you can take a real photo and stencil it, and it'll come out and it'll look like this. See that? And you would think like, dude, that's awesome. All I gotta do is just follow it exactly. This sucks. This is crazy, because you put that on the skin. Personally, for me, it's just so much freaking purple. It's, and then it in my opinion, and from my experience, it doesn't hold as well. So on top of it being a load of purple, now you go to wipe too much, and everything you had there is gonna slowly just go away on you. And it's just, I guess with maybe a bit more practice, I could get better using that, and maybe I will down the road. But for now, I kind of like just using a standard thermal printer that you just put the sheets in on one end, the paper on the other, and mirror it, and that's that. And so far, that's been good for me.
Sarah says, oh my goodness, son, that's going to look awesome.
Yeah, it will definitely, in my opinion, it's gonna look pretty cool. It's like, the problem with tattooing sometimes is being patient, like even as a tattooer, because I want to see like this with white, and I want to see that with white, and I want to, get hyped on it, but I know I can't right now. I need to just get everything in place and then just kind of work it together, I guess.
Lance says, heavy white or HW1 dynamic?
Say that again?
Heavy white or HW1 dynamic?
I'm not sure what you're saying, but I was just saying, I'm using Star Bright White. That's my favorite. I've used a lot, and I think it was Angelo years ago, probably only a year ago, whatever, Angelo Inks. I had him on like a little live podcast thing I was doing, and he told me that he liked Star Bright White, and I, screw it, man, I loved his work, so I figured I will do the same, and holy crap, yeah, I really liked it. It's the whitest white that I've been able to come by, so I would suggest that if anybody's asking me about white.
Brandon says, what state do y'all live at? I I would love to get a tattoo by you.
Sure. I'm in Ohio, northeastern Ohio. Ohio's kind of a big, well, not a big state, but we're pretty far from right over by Pennsylvania and Lake Erie, so.
Maddie asks, what size of needles for shadowing? Which is the best? Any advice?
For shadowing. What, needles for shadowing? Is that what it says?
Yes.
Oh, it just depends on, I mean, round shaders, curved mags, in my opinion, are how you're going to get the best as far as shading. We probably have to turn the music down, it might be too loud. Curved mags, again, curved mags are probably what is going to give you the best sort of soft shading, shadowy looks. I love round shaders, but I usually just use them for like packing and for thick line work, really. I don't really use them for per se shading because they hit pretty hard because it's all centered into one needle grouping, whereas a mag's like this, so it takes a little different, more of like a I guess a different skill level, a different base of practices or whatever to make that work. Again, right now I'm just kind of mapping things out. I'm not using a full black, I'm using like a 10 drop, and that's just so I can kind of make marks here. So if I get going, I wipe a little bit. I got the bulk of what I want to be there already. And I'm just constantly looking over at the reference. Because again, I just need this to stencil to give me an idea where stuff's at. And then I can create the rest for the most part.
Mary says, how long will a tattoo like this take you to do?
Well, let me look. We started probably around 10:30, maybe later, probably a little bit later. 11:30, 12:30. Well, we've probably been out for about, this is probably 2.5 hours right here, probably 2 hours. We did an hour. So we probably got another 3 hours. So it's probably taking me about 5 hours. But I also am not, there's tattoos where I'm booking them because, you know, it's I got them booked by the hour, they're paying by the hour. But if it's an agreed upon price, then I kind of slow down a little bit because, I don't know, it's just how I work. You know, I prefer it to be like, hey, this is how much we agree upon. That way no one's sitting here wondering like, damn, is he going to be doing this for another 3 hours? Shit, man. But it's not always that way. Sometimes when you're working on real large pieces, you have to do an hourly rate because it's just the way it goes, I guess.
Andy B says, hey Dave, you still using inkies or have you changed?
Yeah, I gave up on inkies for now, only because I didn't like their new, I don't know if it's a new formula or what they're doing, but I just didn't really like it all that much. It seemed too slimy or whatever, and I went back to just using A&D packets, little individual A&D packets. I just like, it's a little bit more structured, the product itself. But you know, that's just my opinion. Who knows? Maybe I got a bad batch or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. Go ahead.
Hold on, I don't find it now. Okay. Jesse says, how did you draw that or print out a stencil?
Yeah, I'll show you guys. I'm not going to show you right now because it's a bit more than I can show you on camera right now, but I will be doing a video on that in the nearish future. I've been talking about it for a while, so that hopefully in the next week or two, I'll have a video out explaining that. So just make sure you're subscribed, you got your notifications on, so you know when I put that out. You can check that out. But yeah, it should be coming probably in a week or so. a couple weeks, maybe tops. And I use Procreate, guys, so that's the only caveat there. If you don't use Procreate, then what I'm going to show you isn't really going to do you any good, okay? That's just what I use to make my stencils. That's what I use to design tattoos. I use it for all kinds of things in tattooing and what have you. Yep.
Liam says, how many packets of A&Z will you use in this tattoo?
2. And I probably won't even use them all. And that also includes holding my ink caps down. That includes holding my rinse cups down, and I probably won't even use 2 of them. I have them both opened up because that's just the way I do every tattoo. But no, I probably won't use all of it.
Brandon says, question.
Sure.
Are you still using the CNC Q2, or did you switch up machines off his, hold on.
Sure.
Question, is he still using the CNC Q2, or did he switch up machines off his review? I got the CNC and I love it. Great machine, very light.
Yeah, no, CNC Q2, honestly, I really do like that machine. I gave it away. I did a giveaway. When I give stuff away, I literally give it away. I know people were wondering because apparently there's people who do giveaways and they don't give this stuff away. No, people have won it outside of the country. We've mailed it. I technically lose money doing giveaways because, well, I got to pay to mail it. But I'd rather somebody use it than a machine just sit because I don't use it. Yeah, I know. I ended up giving that machine away a long time ago. I don't use it anymore, but I got the opportunity to kind of check one out again. So much. It's a good machine, especially for the price. I think it's gone up in value, since even when I bought it a while back. But cool machine, good machine. Now I'm using the Bishop One shader and packer. Nothing says you have to use this stuff at all. In fact, I think that the CNC Q2 is a lot like the Bishop One packer in my opinion, especially if you're able to hook it up with like a 4mm stroke or something. They make new cams for them. Then you really have something different.
Cammy says, I'm having trouble with my rinse cups creating gray wash when I go back into the skin.
You're having trouble with your... Oh. I know it's going to sound kind of simple, but get more rinse cups. Have more on standby. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I used to use really small rinse caps, like just really large caps as my rinse cups and have tons of them. But now I have like 3 pretty good size cups. Yeah, like Dixie style cups. And it holds a lot more water in it, which allows... it takes longer to get kind of tainted, if you will.
CJ says, try purple inkies. It's way better, no jelly in it.
Okay, purple inkies, alright. I'll have to try that out. The other thing too is, not that I'm like super cost forward, but these individual little packets are pretty cheap too. Other than the Green Glide, the price goes up quite a bit when it comes to that inky stuff. And not that it's again that huge of a deal, but just things to consider, I suppose.
Hayden says, what line are you using and what voltage are you running at?
I'm using a 7 curve mag at the current moment here, and I'm running at the Bishop One shader, which has a softer hit, so I run it a lot harder, 8.6 volts. Okay, every machine's gonna have its own sweet spot, and it's also gonna be somewhat dependent upon you and what you like to run, what your hand speed and all that jazz is going to play a big role in that as well.
Andy says, I broke my own rule recently and swapped from Vaseline and started using a solid cocoa butter. And OMG, what a difference. Still waiting for the Mass Fold Pro to come once back in stock.
Ah, yeah. Damn, that sucks, man. It showed it was in stock when I remember we were talking about it. When you ordered it, it said there was like 6 in stock. Oh no, when I looked, I guess it was out of stock. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you like that machine as well. But I guess we gotta wait for it to come back in stock, so it might be a little while.
Brandon says, hey man, I just want to thank you for all that you do and take the time to show us as much as you can. Very much appreciated. God bless you and your family.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much. I'm glad channel can help you out, really. I was talking to Chris, who's just some random thing we did while I was trying to learn how to tattoo, sharing some videos. So it's really cool to see that it's been able to help more people than I could have imagined at the time. So again, thanks for sharing that, man.
The Fly Guy says, how do you read a stencils at advanced?
I don't know. You can't do this overnight, honestly. Had I started and slapped something on, I would have been like, holy shit balls, where is what, you know? And it's like, you just work your way up to it. I used to draw every single tattoo. So if I was doing this tattoo a year ago, there had been a charcoal rendering of this piece. Sometimes I still do, depending on what it is I'm doing. But your confidence, like, will improve, and therefore you'll find it's not necessary. And sometimes I find that it's better if I don't, because then I'm very on the spot making decisions. Because if I do it and I render it on paper with charcoal, for me, I like charcoal, then I will follow my charcoal rendering, and I'll actually miss some stuff in the charcoal rendering, and therefore I miss it in the tattoo. So sometimes I just like to do it without looking at anything. Just do it on the moment of, just open it up and go. But again, it wasn't always that way.
Susie says, finally caught you live, brother. Inspiring everyone to keep on rocking.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, don't give up. If there's something you want to do, just understand there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. And there's going to be days you think you got it all figured out, and then all of a sudden you're going to realize you have no idea what you're doing. And it's not like that goes away. There are still days when you're like, damn, what happened?
Jay says, love your videos. Bought me a tattoo gun and practicing on fake skins. So much good info in your videos, so thanks.
Sweet, man. Then you're doing it the right way, man. Practice on some fake skin. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. If you're doing it to eventually do it professionally, don't be in a rush. If you're doing it because it's fun and maybe looking at it as a hobby kind of thing, which I don't think there's anything wrong with, personally. Still, same thing. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. There's no point in being in a hurry. And when it comes to a piece like this, I will do like majority of it, and then I'll come back down, and just like you put white in, I'll put black in again. Like I'll find the spots where I really want to pop some solid black, and I'll pop those spots because just like we put in white highlights, I like to find spots where I can really punch up the contrast and put a little bit more black. So I try not to go full tilt boogie anywhere until like the very end, and then I kind of go through and fine tune some spots.
Teabag says, South Carolina here. Looking good, Dave, as usual. Top-notch work.
Oh man, thank you. Appreciate that. Really do.
Josh says, morning, Dave, Sacramento, California. Thank you for all you do. Love your shows.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for watching them. Again, those live streams are nothing if you guys don't send your work in. So thanks for, having in some case, the kahunas to send your work in, let it be seen by everybody and potentially, Not all of them are perfect, so sometimes not good things are said all the time. So again, thanks for having the. Yep. Can they see what I'm doing, or am I totally off camera?
Hold on. Let me check the
I'm sorry.
camera. It needs to be your fingers in a way.
My finger?
Yeah.
What? Oh no, okay, maybe in that spot, but for the
Yeah.
most part.
No, for the most part, you're
If you
good.
want, you can come up here. I can't touch it, but if you want to zoom it in a little bit more, if you think it could use a little bit more zoom in, feel free to.
It's good.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
The fly guy says, awesome, thanks. So you're looking at a reference as well?
Oh, absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I would never do. If you don't have a reference, just don't even tattoo it. No, if this was in my brain, boy, there are people, there are definitely those who can do that, but no, not me, not a day, not a chance. I can only do anything if I can have something to look at. If I have nothing to look at, then I'm dead in the water. So that's why I design the piece first, and then.
Brandon says, remember y'all, make sure you like these videos. It helps him out and shows him we want more videos.
Oh, my man. Absolutely. What he said, guys. What he said. It really does. The more you guys are hanging out, the more I know you guys want to see this stuff, the more likely I am to go, you know what, screw it. Let's just go live for a little bit. Say hi. Show what we're working on. So again, thanks guys for being here. Thanks for liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, the whole 9 yards.
Ben says, I can't wait to see the finished product. I'm a huge Freddy fanatic. Awesome work as always, brother.
Sweet, thanks, man. I am looking forward to seeing it too. Sometimes that's half the battle, is to just kind of take your time, go slow. It's gonna come together.
Peacefully Pizza says, hey from Newfoundland, Canada.
All right.
Your videos have been such amazing for me learning new things starting out.
Nice, dude. That's what it's all about. Literally, that's what the channel's main thing is, just help people when they get into tattooing. Once you figure out some stuff, you know what I mean? It's not too bad after that, but that initial getting into tattooing and whatnot can be a little daunting. And sometimes you just don't have a clue what to do because, well, it doesn't come with instructions. So just a little bit of guidance I know goes a long way. At least it did for me would have anyhow for me when I started. So
Smoke says, I'm gonna trade in my gaming life this winter to do more practicing tattooing.
oh, right on, Smoke. That's a hefty trade-in, I know. I bet. I'm not a big video gamer, but I know that those who are don't like to give up their video games.
Brown says, just curious, how long do you think this piece should take to finish off?
Oh, I don't know. The whole tattoo will probably be around 5 hours, guys. It could be longer, 'cause I'm not moving at any sort of breakneck pace here. Just kind of chilling, moving along.
The Fly Guy says, have you worked in a shop before having your own private studio?
Yeah. I apprenticed for a little while in a shop. It was kind of not. I refuse to talk crap about shops if I don't have to, and there was nothing wonderful to report home about that place. But I did work there for a little while. Didn't really learn anything at all. That's kind of why I started making these videos, because I didn't know anything and I had to figure it out on my own. So I thought I'd share the process and, you know, see what happens. And well, yeah, there was plenty of other people that were in the same boat who wanted some assistance and it wasn't there, so. Yep. I was talking about something like that with Chris here about working in a shop, and once you work for yourself, Chris is self-employed as well. It's hard to go back. It's hard to work for somebody else. So I'm pretty well screwed now. So I'll be here by myself forever, unless I open my own larger shop, you know, where I have more people working for me and with me and whatnot. That's my two-year plan as of right now. But life happens and changes so fast. It's good, you know, good to have a plan, but acknowledge the fact that you just never know. Life happens, yeah.
Tammy says, give Dave some likes, y'all. Don't forget.
Yes, listen to Cammy. Hook your boy up with a few of the likes.
Kyle says, I can't wait until I open my private studio in January. So tired of walk-ins.
Ah. You might miss those. Sometimes I kind of miss that walk-in vibe, but then again, I haven't had it in a long time, so sometimes you tend to think you miss something, and really, you don't. You just think you do, if that makes sense. I think that's where I'm at with that. I think I miss it, but then if all of a sudden I had people coming in and asking for random stuff all the time, I'd probably be like, all right, never mind. I don't want it anymore.
Gaming Kid says, love your videos, but just started learning tattooing myself on fake skin.
Ah, good.
Your videos
good.
help big time. Big love from Ireland.
Sweet, dude. Thank you. Really glad to hear that, man. Really glad. Good to see YouTube still promoting some tattooing. I felt like it slowed down. At least my channel slowed down a bit. And that's why I figured maybe I'll do some more live stuff and have more fun with tattooing. Because it gets tough making videos all the time. Or at least time consuming. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this format a little bit as well, because I'll probably be leaning this way a little bit more often. As it gets colder, I will try to like do some other stuff as well, but probably gonna be a bit more of this format.
Fly Guy says, hell yeah, dude. Love the content. Thanks for your time and information you put into all of this.
No problem, man. No problem. No problem, guys. No problemo. Thanks for watching, though. None of it would be possible if people didn't watch, guys. So again, thanks. What are you guys working on, though? I want to know what's going on out there.
Kyle says, working for yourself is cheaper in the long run, and if you have a good grasp on the fundamentals, you can book small tattoos left and right.
Yeah, true. True. Yeah. Where you're at makes a big difference. Where you live, where you're working out of, state you're in. You know, all things play a role in it for sure, I think.
Andy B says, I'm working on my couch potato status.
Hey, you gotta do that sometimes, man. You got to do that sometimes. There's some classical music playing over here now. I don't know what's going on. da, da, da.
Luke says, sat here working on more of my old practice leg, getting the color in.
All right, yeah. Good stuff, man. Oh, the practice leg. Yeah, that's right, Luke. We were talking about that the other day. Yep. Good to hear that, dude.
Smoke says, I was gonna start practicing, and then a live art something started.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I hear you. Look at that BS excuse over there. I was gonna.
A few weeks ago, we had somebody in the chat. Their wife was in labor while he was sitting there watching his videos.
Yeah, I would have gotten in trouble for sure.
Yes. The Fly Guy says, just finished my apprenticeship, still get the tattoo jitters when doing my first tattoo of the day. Guessing it gets better with time.
Absolutely does. Absolutely does. But that's pretty normal, I would say, especially in the beginning. You're gonna get the jitters. Gotta shake them nerves off. Is pretty much what happens. Yep. It will get better with time. It will get better with time. The more you tattoo, the more comfortable it will get. Doesn't necessarily mean it gets easier. I mean, it does to some degree, but it will get more comfortable at least.
JJ says, I would be practicing now, but I'm getting ready for work.
Okay, alright.
Those damn jobs getting in the way.
Alright, just gotta get rid of them.
Amber says, I really like this piece coming along nicely.
Oh, thanks. I think this is one of those that it's gonna come to life a bit more once I get once I can put a little white in it. That's just my thoughts.
Kyle says, I used to hate black and gray, and then I started using bigger ink caps, and I love it now. Little things will make the major differences.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Bigger ink caps. I don't understand how that changed your game. I'm interested. I'm curious to what you mean by that. Were you... I don't know what that means. Like, I know what it means. I'm just curious to what the bigger ink caps did for you. Were you able to use, like, bigger needles or something? Or were you mixing your black and gray, but you just were using such a small cap that was coming out too dark, maybe? So now you had in a larger cap. It's coming out better. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at a wall here.
Smoke says, this is just a joke, but what music is that? They need that for my apartment building elevator.
Dude, that's pretty much what this is. This is Epidemic Sound, and I can't put music that's I have to put copyright-free music in videos and in the background of live streams as well. So this is some random music. I didn't spend very much time choosing it, so it definitely wasn't supposed to be smooth jazz, that's for sure. But that is what we are listening to, it appears, so.
Andy says it's like a blues club.
There you go. It's high class here, guys. Get with the program.
Remen says, hey, what's up, bud? Greetings from the Netherlands. Can't wait to see those face details.
Me too. Me too. If you want to come over and do them for me, maybe we're fine with that.
JJ says, have you ever had any problems with white highlights kind of looking yellow?
Well, sometimes they can heal that way. It depends on how much a person's in the sun a lot of times. If you're in the sun a lot and you're not keeping, then a lot of times it will kind of get a bit of a yellow hue to them. So.
Kyle answered back to your cap question.
Oh, okay.
For easier dilution, and he uses black wash.
Uses what wash?
Black wash?
Oh, okay. Alright, don't know anything about black wash. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe he's trying to say like he dilutes his black or something. Which is pretty normal. I do the same. I do the same if that's what he's referring to, or maybe that's a brand I'm just not up to date with.
Kevin says play some pinball.
That's definitely not copyright free.
Kyle says bigger caps equals less chance of mixing too dark.
Yeah, true. And then if you get comfortable with what you like to mix in your caps, how much ink you're putting in and whatnot, then I have a drop system like you guys know. I'll say it one more time here just for the sake of it, but I have a 5 cap operation. My first cap is 100% black. Second cap is 10 drops of black. Third cap 5. Next cap, I'm sorry, 120, 10, 5, and 2. That's what I use 99% of the time. And it just works. You get comfortable with your ink setup. It's pretty much the best way to go.
Smoke says, are you adding any color to this piece later, like his burnt face or the sweater colors, etc.?
No. No, we're just going full black and gray. Good question, though, Smoke.
JJ's the one that asked about the white turning yellow. He
Oh.
says, okay, I was just wondering because I got my chest done and it's still healing, but noticed the white was starting to turn a little yellowish. I have not been in the sun, by the way, at least not with my shirt off.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it can get that way. I think some of it has to do with the person too, like the person's skin, in my opinion. Sometimes you just got the skin that it yellows in, because I've done the same type of putting in white on many people, and some people it just reacts a little bit different to. I mean, that's just somebody wiser than me might have a better statement or can explain that. But as far as my brain is going to go, that's about as far as I know. Is it just depends on the person sometimes. So you might have a weird sort of reaction to it, which makes it turn a little bit yellowy. But in that tattooer's time frame of tattooing, they've never had any issues with it. So yeah. Hopefully some of that makes sense.
Paulo says, greetings from Nashville. Big fan of your work. Random question.
Sure.
I got a small line arrow tattoo. I don't want to remove it, but would you suggest to tattoo white ink over it to make it less visible?
The shop I used to work at used to do that a lot, and it really doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't really do a whole lot. It helps out a little bit, I suppose, but you'd have to, they would do sessions over top of it. So session 1 would come in, put it over that, and really you're just kind of eating up the skin. If it's a new tattoo, so it's, you know, it's still relatively newish, it can be difficult to cover that up without putting some white over it, but you're probably better off, I don't know, lasering it really. I don't know if that's even the right, probably not even the advice you're looking for, but I don't really know sometimes.
Kyle says, if you want a really, really good white ink, get industry ink brand white.
Well, I don't know. Have you tried Starbright? Because I really like it as a white, so. Not to say that industrial or whatnot is not, But for me, if it's not broken, I'm probably not gonna fix it. But I might. You know, it doesn't. Once in a while, I get a hair at my butt and try something different. So you never know. Hey guys, if you're watching, give the stream a like. Support the channel. You know the dealio. I don't know who the hell says dealio anymore.
Sounded good.
Yeah, it did. Rolled off the tongue. Like, you know the dealio.
Claire says, "What's up, Dave?
What's
Been
up,
watching
Claire?
you for about a year now. Love your content. You've taught loads and made learning to tattoo less intimidating.
Sweet.
Keep it up. The tattoo is looking sick, by the way."
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Again, you just try to trust the process. Sometimes you're looking at it going like, huh. And then other times, once you just gotta continue to follow what you see, and of course Chris isn't gonna like this, and you just hope for the best, you know. So sadly, the way it goes sometimes. You just do the best you can every time.
Bremen says, "How is it in the U.S. with the ink restrictions? Here in Europe, the prices on the new inks are really getting out of hand. Looking at $25 for 1 ounce."
Dang, for 1 ounce.
Damn.
I would be a black and gray artist all day long. I wouldn't be doing no color. If I would like some color, that's gonna cost you a heck of a lot more. Cause I do color, but I also have lots of inks. Well, I feel like it's a lot of ink, but you know, a decent amount that if I had to pay $25 for a 1 ounce, I don't know. Seems a bit pricey to me, which obviously you're aware of. But anyhow, the question that's not was to tell you how horrible you have it. I don't even remember the question. No, I have no experience with any of the EU compliant inks. No clue. I feel bad for you guys though. I do. It sucks.
Keegan says, "Shoot, you know I've been supporting your channel. I'm finally in a shop now thanks to you."
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. That's awesome. It helps encourage other people who are, you know, thinking about going down this road. It's not easy, and it is very doable, but again, it's not the easiest thing in the world to pursue. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you're getting into it. You know, it's doable, but it's, again, just can't stress it enough. Not easy to make a long-term living off of it. But I guess that's probably the way for just about any business, really, if you think about it. So it's probably hard no matter what you do, guys.
Pistachio says, "I have trouble shading. How do I improve it? My shading isn't smooth, and I go over it too many times and it becomes too dark."
Get on some, I know he's gonna hate to hear this, but I would say get on some fake skin for a little while and, you know, work it out. If it's not, get good fake skin. Get a good fake skin. That means like a brand like Real Skin, REEL Skin. That's gonna help you a lot, in my opinion, because you can work all these skills out on fake skin before you get on to Real Skin. Watch some videos. There's not, I mean, nowadays there's so many different people making videos. You can learn from so many different people if you wanted to. So watch some videos, man, and practice. It's the best thing I can say. If you're having trouble with it, back off from what you're doing right now and spend a little bit more time refining what you have trouble doing. I did that for a little while too. I just kind of worked on just a couple things. I did them on fake skin. I was already tattooing. I already, I knew what I was doing within reason, but I wanted to get better at shading. I wanted to get better at lining, whatever it was. I would go off the skin, and I would practice it that way first, and then bring it back to the skin, and you're gonna be that much more. You'll be grateful for it in a nutshell. You'll be grateful that you did that. I know I was, at least.
Steve says, bloody hell, another no notification.
I know, I'm trying to let people know you gotta. And I know that on the last one I was letting people know, hey, make sure you got all your stuff turned on. And I know there's a few people that absolutely have everything turned on and just aren't getting notified. So keep trying to make sure you got everything turned on as far as notifications go. There's like 3 options. If you have them all turned on, obviously your odds are gonna go up that YouTube's gonna want to show you. Like I said, YouTube's weird these days. They show what they want to show nowadays, not exactly what you're subscribed to. They just kind of show you what they think you might want to watch to keep you on the platform. But I don't understand it. I would think that they'd show you what you're subscribed to because that's what you've chosen to watch. But anyhow, what do I know?
Snoke says, I like that Freddy silhouette under the larger one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, like I said, I just pieced a few different pictures together. We had obviously Freddy. Saw this on a thing, so we shrunk him down, put him back there. And then I just found an elm sign that fit right and put that there. And, you just kind of piece some stuff together until you start to like what you're seeing. And I thought, yeah, this will be cool. So here we are. And Chris gave me free range, which is usually a scary thing because you're like, I've had free range, but Chris truly pretty much gave us free range. And so I asked him, well, Chris, what are you into? Give me a direction. And he said, well, I wouldn't mind something like a Freddy, I think he said Freddy Krueger, and maybe a couple other things. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, cool, that gives me a direction. So the free range for me was like, all right, well, I want to do it in black and gray, and it wasn't like, hey, I gotta have Elm Street sign in there, I gotta have this. It was, this is what I'm interested in. So that was fun. That was cool. You doing all right, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Flash Record says, how do you handle a crybaby canvas?
And I've had a few. It is tough, man. It is tough. You just got to be patient. You're not going to make them change their way. You're not, I promise. You're not going to. It's just not going to happen. The best thing you do is just be patient. Try to help them out. Try to work with them. Calm down. Take breaks. Which not everybody can get away with. If you got a client coming right afterwards and you predicted this should take about this much time, but they're squirming, and the hardest part is I just try to do the best job I can, and when they're squirming all over the place, it just really knocks down what you're able to accomplish, and that's where my frustration comes in. I can be patient, but it's like, damn it, this isn't going to turn out the way I wanted it to. It's not going to be as good as I wanted it because said person is having a hard time sitting still, or they're moving constantly, and I don't know. I don't get it often. I really don't. Majority of people are like Chris here. Sure, it doesn't feel like freaking rainbows and butterflies, but you're not dying. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's a tattoo. It's gonna hurt. I'm here for it. We take a break. Cool. But again, that's not everybody. Not everybody's that way. And again, guys, if you want to see the completed version of this, it'll be on the Instagram tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. And links are in the description, guys, if you want to follow the channel or anything like that. Or follow the channel. Follow, gosh, come on, brain. follow my Instagram or Facebook. There should be links in the description to do that.
Andy B says,
What Andy?
"Hey Dave, did you moan and cry when the boss tattooed you?"
You shut up, Andy. That was private. That was private conversation. No, I'm kidding. I didn't say anything about it, but he knows. Yeah, I did. In my like a little bit. Hey, look, I thought she was scalping my leg, and then the tattoo fell out, so I knew she didn't go deep enough. That's when I realized I was a baby. And I can make. I'm gonna turn you this way.
Clients that they were talking
Hey,
about.
hey, hey, Linda.
Fernando says, "Do you know about the new numbing cream?"
What does that even mean? There's tons of numbing creams. I don't know what that means, like the new one. I imagine they're probably coming, unless this is some, supposed in the making for a while or something. Maybe I didn't know about.
I feel like that's the cheap way out.
Yeah, and there, I agree with you 100%. There are some people though. I highly encourage them to use it because if not,
You know what you're getting into.
yeah, and it's not to be disrespectful to them, but I mean, look, sometimes I just would rather you just use it because it's gonna make your life better. It's gonna make my life better, the whole 9 yards. So, yeah.
Andy B says he did too when his wife tattooed him.
Oh, I see. See, look at that. See, Andy. I don't feel so bad now. It's weird because you assume the person's, they don't know what they're doing. And so here they are, and it hurts. Like, wait a second. Hey, that's too deep. You're putting that into blah 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 blah.
And it falls out.
It falls out, which is telltale sign that it didn't go where it needed to go. It was too shallow. So clearly she had no idea what she was doing. So I shouldn't let her tattoo me anyway. No, I was trying to show her, but I was just whining so much that. Assuming that, she was doing it all wrong.
I was even able to get it done.
Right? People are watching right now. Like, what the hell are those lines, man? There's little creases. I mean, this is like a blacked out area, but there are little spots that are slightly darker than other where his shirt's kind of got a crease or two in it. And so before I go over this in a black, the air conditioner's coming on. How's the music, guys? Is it better now? Is it better?
Flash Record says, "Have you ever tattooed a Ninja Turtle?"
No, but there's always. I would love to tattoo a Ninja Turtle, for lack of better words. I loved Ninja Turtles growing up. I'm sure a lot of people did as well, but I was a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. I remember the Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. But I don't know if you guys have gone back and watched the Power Rangers, and I know you could say like, oh, the modern Power Rangers are nothing like the new ones or the old ones. Well, I went back and watched the old ones. Holy crap, man, they sucked. But I just wow, I thought they were the coolest thing in the world, man. I wanted to be the Green Power Ranger. Jeez, this is why you can't let the youngest of children make lifelong decisions, right? Because if there was a profession, I'd have been the Green Power Ranger, and so I'd be an adult, and I'd be forced to be the Green Power Ranger. So, yeah. I'm sure, obviously, that's not how life works.
Jared says, "What's up from Fort Wayne? Like the tattoos so far, man."
Well, thanks, man. Not much, dude. Just enjoying some good company here with Chris and hanging out with you guys, and making a tattoo here. That's what I'm up to. Kids for Hunter, started school today. First day of school. He's in 5th grade. The baby will be starting school, kindergarten next week. So that's some stuff we're up to, getting that stuff situated and mentally prepared for him to go off into the world. It's a scary thing to think about, but also thinking about the freedom. But anyhow, mixed bag, I suppose. So this area is pretty much all black, but I'm gonna leave like a few little spots here and there so I can put like a really a darker gray in there just to give an wide open, a very black area, just a little bit of dimension, just a little bit of depth, is to just find a way to pop in a few other shades. So I'm just gonna leave a few spots open, come back with a really dark gray, almost a full black. Probably my 20 drop, and pack that in. If that makes sense.
Steve says, do what I did, Dave. Send them off to school and move house while they're out.
I'm gonna clean. We're probably gonna clean their. Well, not clean their room. They clean their own room, but we're gonna get rid of some crap from the room. You know, they don't play with a lot of stuff, but as soon as you go to start moving it, it's like, but.
I've been looking
I
for that.
love that thing. It's like, oh my god, you guys so dramatic. But then again, I guess I get it honestly sometimes. Wait a second, so this person moved houses while their kid was at school?
I think it was a joke.
Oh, okay. I
hope
just
it was a joke.
right there over there, like, yeah, sure, it was a joke, sure, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna tell him it was real. What's up? Oh, okay. All right, our host, our dispatcher here will be back shortly. This area kind of sucks a bit, huh, Chris?
Yeah, it ain't bad. It seems like the fattier spots.
Yeah, they tend to be a little slower taking ink in general. That's why I don't know how armpits, man. Oh my god, the fact that people get armpits tattooed. I don't know if I could tattoo an armpit. I myself would probably become ill midway tattooing it. Just oh my god, the thought of when you get close to an armpit, most people are like, holy crap.
Did you not put on deodorant?
Oh, dude, you're right. I would be in trouble. Sweat my little heart out. Yeah, and I guess you gotta work around sweat too.
Oh man, that just sounds gross.
Yeah.
What's the oddest spot you've ever tattooed?
Dude, I haven't really I haven't really tattooed any real odd spots because I just turn stuff down.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? There was a time when it wasn't a thing, but no one ever really came in and asked for anything crazy back then. Well, give me 15 minutes, so then we'll get off here. Alright guys, we're going to be jumping off here in about 10 minutes or so. Boss Lady's got some things she got to take care of, so we'll be no more anybody dispatching, telling us what's going on. So we will be departing. So if you got any last minute questions, let me know, guys. Also, give the stream a like. Again, helps let me know you want more of this stuff. Because I do go and I look, all right, what did they like the most? All right, so maybe they want more of that. So, you know, I don't mind. I'll, for the most part, do whatever you guys want within reason. So, again, I just look at those. A lot of times, viewership, likes, it lets me know what you guys are more interested in. I try something, nobody likes it, okay, well, I'm gonna do that again. So again, if you like this content, like it so I know.
Steve says, what size mag are you using?
This is a 25 curved bug pin mag. For what I'm doing right now, I should probably switch it over and put it on the packer because I'm kind of doing more of a packing right now than I am a shading. But it's okay for me right now. I'm not really too worried about it because I don't want it to over hit this part of the skin because the skin will get kind of red here and sore. It's a tender little area. Get close to the ditch. You're kind of in the bicep-ish area. So, you know, you kind of... With this one, I can go over it a few more times because it doesn't have as much of a punch as the packer does, which is, again, why you would use the packer is... give it a real good punch and pack something in there nice and quick and solid. Well, nothing's quick, but solid like.
Andy B says, just tattooed inside an ear this week.
Oh, how was that, bud? I'm sure that had to be interesting.
Jay says, is it hard to be a parent and also be a tattoo apprentice?
Yes, it is. Yep, it is. But I think it's probably like anything else. It's probably hard to, you know, be a parent and, you know, work a normal job even, you know, wherever you're not around all the time. Still, you know, anything. It gets harder when you have more responsibilities, I guess you could say. So, definitely don't want to take anything away from just people in general who have their own thing. Alright, so now we're dropping down to a 10 drop here, and we're just going to shape this arm around because my reference changes shades from a black to like a mid-grade, so we're going to follow suit here.
Fernando says, is the Aurora P2 pin machine okay?
No idea. I don't know anything about it. I really have zero idea what I don't know anything about it yet. Sorry guys, some things I just don't know, you know. Check out some reviews. I'm sure maybe hopefully somebody has used it and can shed some light on it. But I have not used it.
Vito says, do you know where I can find sketch tattoos tutorials? And what do you think about dot work shading and sketchy tats? Greetings from Greece.
Sketchy tats. And if it's supposed to look sketchy and it's designed to look sketchy, if you know what I mean, like, and it's executed with properly, then yes. But if it's like, you know, if you're saying like your tattoos look kind of sketchy, meaning the lines suck kind of a thing, they're kind of, you know, can you get away with just being a guy that makes kind of like, I'm not saying you are, but I'm just trying to verify. If you are, then, you know, I wouldn't even monkey with that. But if you're... I think I lost myself on that statement, so I don't even know.
Jojo says, hi mate, Polish. Greetings from the Netherlands.
Right on, man. We've had some, quite a few Netherlands folk here. Thanks for being here, guys.
Smoke says, my parenting days are over. Have kids when you are a kid, and you can have an early parent retirement like me and tattoo whenever.
They don't tell you that, huh? They're always like, don't have kids young, it's like, oh, well, now you're a free man. The flip side of that is, too, when you're a little bit more grown up, at least I'll call it that. You know, maybe you think things through a bit better. I don't know. Alright guys, we're getting close to kind of summing up these hands for now. Let's see, we'll bring it around this way. It's all about just kind of refining things as you go. But like I said, I'm going to go up and then back down, up, then back down, up, then back down. You just kind of move around as you go, finding like, well, I want that shade, that area to be a little bit darker now. So you bring it out a little bit more. And I'm just using a 5-round liner to do this.
Smoke says my kid's 30 and I'm 51.
Right on, dude. Oh, that's not too bad then.
No. Andy says, Smoke thought mine were. My youngest is 23. Just moved back in from uni.
Ah.
J Flo says, Ohio here.
Oh,
You
what?
helped me with some of your videos showing love. I can now tattoo in multiple styles.
Sweet, dude. That's it, man. That's what I enjoy, really, is being able to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. How long have we been live for? It should show up there. It doesn't show, huh? Interesting. Oh, I can just look up at the camera here. Oh, okay. 71 minutes. All right, cool. I want to at least make sure we were able to give you guys an hour's worth of jabbering and hanging out. So I'm going to wipe it off a little bit here. We're going to take a little break. Then we're going to move up into the face and then, you know what I mean? Come back down, work a little bit more. Up and down, up and down. So, yep, this is where we're at for now, guys. So, come on back. I'll should be up on the interwebs tomorrow around 10 if you guys want to check it out and see how the finished product came out. Links in the description to where you can follow. Yeah, till next time, guys. Peace. Big thanks to Chris here for making the drive all the way down here as well, and for being cool with going live and all that jazz. So, all right, guys, later.